What are the other names that we find in Sanskrit for a festival? It makes an interesting study when we look at the different names used in Sanskrit language, the lexicography and the dictionaries about the festival. Mahakavi Kalidasa, he says that Utsava Priyaha Khalu Manushyaha. Human beings are a very joyous set of creatures. They always want to celebrate something. They are always involved in some sort of celebration. There could be another consequent question here. Why do we have to look at the words that are in Sanskrit? The beauty of this language is every word is derived from a root. It has a very particular meaning. It has a very peculiar angle. It discusses about various aspects of the things that we already know or the things that we actually think that we know. When we look at a word, we generally give another word in Sanskritam for the word, that is padam. Padam generally refers to a sthanam, a place. There is a place for every word. There is a place from where every word begins. So where is this place? The place is actually the padartha. So padaparichaya, which means understanding of a word, should always lead us to padartha parichaya, understanding of a meaning. If we have understood a word etymologically, if we have only understood the word grammatically, it doesn't make any sense. Every word needs to be understood not only in its technical form but also in its original form. The original form of a word is the meaning itself. There are various words describing a festival. All these words, they have a general idea, they have a common goal to deliver, and at the same time they also cover various aspects of a festival as well. We shall take a look at each and every word, their etymological meaning, and where are they leading us. They should lead us to the padartha, the actual meaning. The first word that is in question here is the word utsava. What does a word utsava mean? Generally, when we hear the word utsava, we consider only a temple. A temple can have an utsava because a deity is taken on a round in the premises of a temple. Is it the only idea of the word utsava, or does it have any other meaning? The word utsava actually means utsute harsham iti utsava, which means that which brings happiness, not just to sense organs but also to mind. That which brings happiness to everyone involved in it, in whatever capacity. If I am involved in an utsava in a very small capacity, I have only cleaned the place where the utsava is going to take place. Will I get happiness? Absolutely yes. That is the meaning of the word utsava. So when we work in a community, it should be an utsava. When we say that the work that we do in a community should be utsava, what do we mean is it should bring happiness to each and every person involved in each and every capacity as possible. The second meaning is utsavati prerayati shreyase preyase cha iti utsavaha, which means that which promotes us, that which provokes us towards achieving shreyas as well as preyas in our life. When we take a look at the four purusharthas, dharma, artha, kama and moksha, moksha is generally referred as apavarga. Moksha is known as shreyas, whereas the trivarga, the trinity, dharma, artha and kama, they are known as preyas. A festival, an utsava, not only initiates us, not only elevates us towards apavarga, towards achieving moksha, but it also protects our interests. The interests here refer to dharma, artha and kama. So that which promotes us, provokes us, initiates us, elevates us in dharma, artha, kama and moksha, or in other words, that which initiates us into shreyas and preyas can be called as utsava. This is the second meaning of the word utsava. The last meaning that has been given by commentators about the word utsava is unnayako yajnaha utsavaha. Our life must be a form of yajna. Yajnamayam jivanam. Our entire life has been envisioned by our sages that it should be in the form of a yajna, it should be in the form of a sacrifice. Whatever we earn in our life through hard work, through physical work, that should be spent in the form of a sacrifice. We should not hold on to them as if we own them. We are just a medium for holding for a few years. When the sacrifice takes us or elevates us to the next level, that kind of a sacrifice is generally known as Utsava. So these are the meanings of the word Utsava. Another word for festival in Sanskritam is Uddhava. Even though we have heard the word Uddhava as a person's name that appears in the story of Bhagavatam, the word Uddhava also means festival. The meaning of the word Uddhava is Uddhunoti Dukkham Mohancha, that which eradicates miseries, pain, agony, problems, and delusion as well. This gives us a sense that festivals are not only about happiness, but it's also about removal of the obstacles of happiness. If we do not remove the obstacles, then even though the happiness is innate within ourselves, we will not be able to access it, we will not be able to enjoy it or perceive it. So, to understand or elevate ourselves towards the innate happiness, we need to remove the obstacles. That which removes these obstacles is known as Uddhava. The next word for festival in Sanskrita is Mahaha. The meaning of the word Mahaha is Mahyante Devaha Atra iti Mahaha. A place and a time where the gods are celebrated, are worshipped, and they feel powerful. That particular time and that particular day is known as Mahaha. The next word for the festival is Kshanam or Kshanaha. In most of the Mahakavyas, we find this word being used in the sense of a festival. The meaning of the word Kshana is not a second or a fraction of a second or a minute. The word Kshana refers to Kshinoti Shokam Mohancha, that which absolutely eradicates Shoka and Moha, attachment and delusion, the two eternal enemies of mankind. Adi Shankaracharya says in his commentary on Bhagavad Gita that it is because of Shoka and Moha, attachment and delusion, that the entire mankind is suffering. So, festival is about removing this Shoka and Moha.